Alright, I wanted to make hey there rappies, rapper 9198 here. Hey, I had to make this video because I had a bit of stuff on my mind here tonight after I made my rap song. Um because I guess I had I'm sorry, I know it's might be crazy for you guys to think that I'm willing to go into it because I know a lot of people not may not want to, but I just feel like I have to. I feel better when I express my feelings to other people because I want them to know. And I know I've said it many times before, but I need to go further into depth with this stuff. Okay, as you all know, like the reason I do these is to entertain, and I know I entertain myself doing it, but I hope I entertain others too. But this is the kind of more the motivation behind it, because see, I grew like no when I watch YouTube, I usually watch. I like to watch like clips, like thanks to YouTube. I know everybody, like if you guys grew up in like the 70s and 80s, like there was a lot of classic shows like the Carol Burnett Show, Golden Girls, the Mary Tyler Moore Show, or I mean, I don't want to go too far back, but also I'll say the 60s with like the Dick Van Dyke Show, because those are all very classic. And so I was always thinking, because I feel like television today is not as great as it was back then in like those decades, you know what I mean? Because back then it was actually more funny, and I feel like today, like with shows like Saturday Night Live, it's not really as funny. It's kind of more just weird, to be honest. Like they're doing a lot. It's a bit more inappropriate too, actually, because they've used like fart sounds, and they're doing a lot of sexual talk, and it's I don't know. It's so I just wish I could do something to, I don't know, bring back a piece of like back when TV and back in the day was much better, was so good and actually funny, which is, so I feel like I get joy out of that, watching like clips on YouTube, like thanks to YouTube and thanks to social media that I'm able to do that. But so I just wanted to, I don't know, I wish I could like bring a piece of that to the present. And because with these times we're living in, and I'm not just with COVID, but with the wildfires that have been happening recently, and what other possible worldly disasters that have been happening, like earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, anything, that I can't really think of right now, anything that you could possibly think of. But see, because I like how that can make you forget about the stresses and just be happy for at least a little while. So that's what I like to do with this. And yeah, so I just feel like I want my videos to reach many people. I know it reaches some, and I know everybody who knows me knows that I mean well, and knows like the reason I do it. But I want others, like people who don't know me, to know this. So this is kind of more for those who don't know me, or so I just sometimes I just feel a bit of pressure, but it's in some ways it's kind of a good thing. But because I still enjoy it, and I'll keep doing these. So I'll keep making more videos. But because with the rap song, I was jamming out last night. I was dancing to it myself. So I thought, if I was enjoying it that much, what would others think? So I guess I got my expectations a bit too high, because I was like, I thought once I posted it, I thought it would be kind of like, oh, it would start to get noticed, and I thought I was kind of, I don't know, I thought it would become like a hit or something, like my very first rap song, the Ryan rap from 3.5, almost 4 years ago now, which is crazy to think about, but I hope you guys can understand kind of where my mind is in that regard, because also people, actors back then, a lot of legendary comedians and song artists even, like like we lost Kenny Rogers last year, and rock, let's see, Little Richard. I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot more, but I just can't think of them right now exactly. But a lot of legendary people have sadly passed away. So it's just something that makes me feel like we're heading in a downward spiral, and I don't want that. I'm trying to. I don't know. I feel like I have to try to bring us back up. So that's kind of why I wanted to do these videos. I want to bring a piece of it back, like try to help us not feel like we're in such a bad place, because I want things to be better, and I really hope things get better. And I pray anybody out there who's struggling in any way possible, cancer, hunger, homelessness, any possible way, I hope I hope you're blessed with some miracle from God. There's people who don't. I know there's people who probably there's some people who don't have a bed to sleep on, or don't have like a nice bath to wash up in, or clean water to drink, or bathe in even. I think about this stuff, and I don't want to constantly worry about it. I hate to say that, but I can't spend all my time worrying about it. But I am concerned, though. Like it's I don't know. It's just that it's just a bit on my mind, and I'm trying to say it as fast as I can, but also I want to make sure I fear, I get worried. I'll say something I may think about later, but don't think about at the moment, and but this is me. I'm not all. I'm not always about myself. Most of the time I'm about others. I want to make others happy. I always put others before myself, and so. And again, I think there's times where I compare myself to others. Like I have a lot of friends of mine on Instagram. I look at and I see how many followers they have, and I'm like, geez, like they have like 6 times as many as I do. There's one of my friends who has over 1,000, and I'm only at like 300 or something. But not that matter. It doesn't matter. But there are just times where you can't help it, and I don't know, I just feel better if I put my feelings out. I want you guys to know how I feel, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. I keep saying that. I know I've said it many times, and I'm going to keep saying it, because I want to make sure, because look at this, I have front and back. Well, this is just the front, but over a page and a half of songs that I have been doing. Like these are all checked off, because I've done those already, but these 2 pages here, look at, these are all songs that I have planned coming up in the future. It'll be very slowly but surely, though. Like I'd like to be able to eventually have all those, because a lot of these songs are like 80s and 90s songs, and So it's just nice to kind of, it's nice to have songs that probably, I mean, it may not be as popular with with like my generation, but maybe a bit more for like the general population, people who grew up in those decades or like born around that time, grew up around that time, you know what I mean? So it's, and I want to do songs that my generation loves too. So because I don't know what everybody's interests are, but I want to get out. I'm trying to put myself out there more out into my community, and because I want to get to know others, and I want others to get to know me. Because I'm sometimes thinking about what my future holds. I'm worried. I think about that a lot, and I'm trying not to think about that so much because I have to live in the moment. You know, that's what everybody should do. You know, don't always think about the future or the past. Like, or yeah, don't live in the moment. I mean, it's good. It's good at times to, you know, think back on things, but you can't always live in the past or live in the future. You have to live in the present. So I want to be. I wish, you know, I'm trying to be like maybe a source of inspiration or just something to make you guys happy and give a little dose of happiness. It may not be exactly laughter or something funny, but just something that can put a smile on your face. So that's kind of my motivation. That is my motivation behind it. All right. Anyways, I'm sorry if this was a boring video. I hope you guys can watch this all the way through. And yeah, but yeah, so anyway, I'll be okay. I'll feel better tomorrow. I just need some sleep now. It's getting late, and I'll look forward to doing more videos later. So all right. Love you, Rappies, and may God bless you.